More of your go-to for all things home. This is Home Answers Radio, presented by JeffBuysYourHouse.com, Access, Level 10 Coatings, Steiner Homes, Center Guard Plumbing, and by American Beam and Steel. Once again, here's Roger Piper.
Your go-to for all things home. It's Home Answers Radio.
Hi, welcome to Home Answers. I'm Roger Piper. This show's all about your home. We talk about everything, remodeling, replacing. Today we're going to talk about, hey, it's time to move, and I want to build a home. And like a lot of people in Chicagoland, one of the things that they're doing is moving to Northwest Indiana. Lower taxes, affordability, good quality of life. Got an expert with us today, Dan Steiner, and he's with Steiner Homes Limited. Dan, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's a privilege to be here.
You know, a lot of people have been moving to Northwest Indiana because of the things that I mentioned. And one of the things that people need to be aware of is that there are homes in Northwest Indiana, and especially if you're looking maybe to downsize, you'd like to have lower taxes and maybe, things like that, lower cost of living. And do you see a lot of people, Dan, that are looking to downsize? It seems like downsize and a lot of newer families that move to Northwest Indiana for those reasons.
Yes, we see a lot of that. A lot of our people are coming from Chicago, and a lot of them are boomers that are saying exactly what you just said. They'd like to downsize. They would like a lot of custom features, but yet live in a smaller house where they're not paying huge taxes for rooms that they don't even use in their house. And so we get a lot of that, and we try to build in areas where it's safe and it's low taxes and it's convenient to highways. And so we've been fortunate to tie up lots in a lot of the subdivisions that are, well spoken of and that have a good reputation. And so,
go ahead, Dan.
And so, in Northwest Indiana, you have a number of those pocket communities. I hold 28 different licenses in Northwest Indiana. So there's a lot of different towns that we work with and deal with, but it gives us good work and experience of what we have to know and do and build a really quality product that people can appreciate. And, our product, we take a lot of pride in how we build. There's just a number of things that we do to make that house something that you're going to love and it's going to last for a long time for you.
Yep. And you're a family business, and that makes a big difference. You're not some big corporate company. I mean,
yeah,
because you've been doing it how many years?
I've been in construction for 50 years now.
Yeah.
And I've had my own companies for a little over 30 years. My wife's dad, he taught me the business. He was an old Swedish builder, and back then we did everything on the house. And so that was invaluable learning for me. So I've been able to push that ahead for us so that, you start out building a house where I don't know this answer, I don't know that. But it's like you've had those experiences where it's like, let's do this because it's a better way. Doing it, always learning to do better is always really good.
And Dan, I think it's safe to say you're an expert on Northwest Indiana, doing that many years and building custom homes down there. I mean, if anybody has any, questions about Northwest Indiana, you're the guy, right?
Yeah, we enjoy talking to people. I try to meet every new customer first off. We try not to be too big so that we don't have that personal touch for them. My kids work with me, and my wife does all the books. So we're very family-oriented, and, we meet with people, and we enjoy doing that. But also, with the experience comes, this is the right way to do things.
Yeah.
And so we get the chance to talk to a lot of people, and then my two sons are great designers. So they'll design the house that you love and need. Oftentimes, we can do that in an hour and a half, 2 hour time, and you really what you really like and want, instead of saying, well, this is cookie cutter, this is how you have to build. We are a little bit more money than the cookie cutters, but oftentimes people say, I'm going with you. I have a number of stories where people went a little less expensive and turned around and sold it and said, I'm going with you. I have two of them in the same community right now. The I'm building them right now where they said that. So
Yep.
people find out that, yes, I pay a little bit more, but I'm getting a different product.
Well, a family business has been around that long. You've got to take care of your customers, or you just don't last. And I think you stand behind your homes, too, because you're there every step of the way. And if somebody has a problem down the road, guess what? They can pick up the phone and call you, not some corporation in California or somewhere. And I think
exactly
that makes a big difference. If somebody is looking at maybe doing a second home, things like that, tell us about opportunities in Northwest Indiana. If, say, you want to get a condo, you want to get an escape, available properties and areas in Northwest Indiana for that?
Yeah. We right now we're in the Marina Shores, and it's a marina right off of Lake Michigan in Portage, Indiana, and it's fabulous. We're selling the condos at a very competitive prices, and people just love being there because you have all the amenities that you could want, from going to the beach, for having your boat. I have 2 condos right now that are 45 feet from the boat landing right there. So, it's like that's a really nice feature, and it's completely safe and set back, and it's affordable as well. So that's been very popular for us. But we're building up in Michigan, in different areas where you're right next to the lake. And I just got my Michigan license, and I haven't even marketed up there. People are saying, I want you to build my house because we're much more affordable and we're more timely than a lot of the builders up there. So that's been really good for us. And then we have some houses that we're actually doing in Hammond, and that's been really good. And a lot of people love the closeness from Hammond to downtown Chicago.
Right.
So we have 4 or 5 homes going up in Hammond, up in the Whiting area, and that's been really just a really good place to build as well.
We're talking with Dan Steiner of Steiner Homes. They're in Northwest Indiana and Michigan. Give them a call at 219-916-3744. Go to SteinerHomesLTD.com. All one phrase, SteinerHomesLTD.com. You're a custom home builder, and a lot of people think, well, the price is going to be double. It really isn't that case if you're doing it correctly, if you're working with the right person, right, Dan?
Yes, absolutely. And we pre-shop for a lot of people. We try to find really current, modern product that is people love, but also is affordable. If you go into a local lumber yard, they're going to price that tile or that wood flooring or whatever very highly. Wood flooring is a standard with us, and it's one of the best wood floorings you can buy, and that's a standard product. A lot of our tile is standard product. We have wood cabinets, all wood cabinets, medallion gold. It's one of the best cabinets made. All wood trim, all wood doors. And so people really get excited about, hey, this is a really good product. And it's something that I'm going to enjoy, and it's going to last for a long time for me.
And Dan, your design work is free, right? You offer that to people.
Yes. What I try to do is I try to meet every time with a new customer as much as I possibly can, and then we bring one of my sons. I have 2 sons that are designers. 4 of my children work with me, and my wife as well. And we just have a great time. But the 2 boys design homes, and they're very good at it. You could come in and you can get the design that you really like in basically an hour and a half, 2 hours time. We sit down and pound out a house with you, and people just love that. It doesn't cost anything, and the ability to just sit there and design your own home. And we try to interject our thoughts and opinions on whether that room will work, whether the flow will work. There's a lot of things that come to mind, and so we just try to point those out. We'll never make you redesign something, but we'll try to help steer you a little bit so that in the long run you're really happy with how your house works and flows, and it's something that you really is comfortable with. And you're in. I had a lady call me the other day, and she goes, "We're sitting in our great room." She goes, "Every night my husband says, I just love being here." And we get a lot of those comments because we really try to make it be you and not just something that we force on you.
When you're designing this, Dan, you really are kind of thinking like, hey, this is for me. You're looking at the products that way. Obviously it's for somebody else and their views and their likes, but you really take it personally, don't you?
Yes. So I really love what I do, and I feel blessed to have this company. And getting to design people's homes that are unique and special to them is very rewarding. There's a lot of reward in that, and I think my kids feel that as well. And I think my wife does too, you know, and a long time ago, we decided to not be a cookie cutter builder and that we were going to do custom and that we wanted it to be a special product. And that's kind of been our strength. And it's done really well for us. We try not to take on too many homes, but just a good number of that we can handle and our team can handle. I have 4 or 5 of the best project managers around. They're just really quality. When you get to the end of that house, my project manager will probably have anywhere from 500 to 700 pieces of blue tape around that house of things that just the smallest nick or whatever that needs to be touched up. And that house we don't deliver it to you till all those pieces of blue tape are gone. And people, you know, they really love that there's no punch list that they're on their house when they move into it. I had a lady she was kind of a tough one to build for. We just closed her house 2 weeks ago. And her inspector came through. She had her own inspector. The inspector said, this is the first house I've ever inspected where I didn't have anything on the punch list. Yep. And that's a big compliment, you know, that my people care about what they do, and they're very meticulous with it.
Family Business, the largest custom builder in Northwest Indiana. Whether you're looking for a condo on the lake, or if you're looking for a home, looking for a ranch, maybe without stairs, or, you know, anything that you're looking for. And if you're looking at Northwest Indiana, need to give them a call because they're really the experts, and there's such a migration going on. You need to talk to the people that have been there forever and know everything about it. And the number to call is 219-916-3744, 219-916-3744. And go to SteinerHomesLTD.com. All one phrase, SteinerHomesLTD.com. Dan, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
It's Home Answers on AM 560, The Answer.
Your